Hi everybody. So today I'm going to do a review of the Swindoll Study Bible. So this one has notes and insights from Chuck Swindoll. It is in the New Living Translation. So this is just the sleeve that the hardcover comes in. There is some information about him. Looks like a quote, and then we do have a picture of him. We've also got an example of the layout of this Bible, and you could pause and read that if you would like. Here are all the features, which we're going to see on the inside. And then on our ISBN number, I do want to point out that this one is printed in China. So definitely note this ISBN number because this one is actually a sewn binding. So retails for $39.99. You can find it for less online, and as always, there will be a link in the description box. But definitely pay attention to the ISBN because I've seen some other editions that others have reviewed that are printed in South Korea as well as the United States, and those have been glued bindings. So this one is sewn. So it does have a nice dust jacket on here. So we'll take a quick peek at that here in just a moment. It will come with a little insert talking about the New Testament commentary. So your Bible will more than likely come with one of those as well. I'm actually going to pull off this dust jacket and then we'll look at the information on that and then get into the Bible. So we've got a walk closer with Jesus. So this is going to be information from Chuck Swindoll. And then we've got some more over here about him. And then one of his quotes. So it is nice that it does have a dust jacket and comes in a sleeve as well, so I do like that. This one is the hardcover edition. This one here measures out at 9 3/8 inches tall by 6 7/8 inches wide, and it is 1 3/4 inches thick. So we've got blue head and tail bands, just plain white page edges. This is a blue, like kind of a textured type material on there. And we can see that the lettering is all done in gold, so that does look nice. And then same on the spine, how that is done in gold. So nice looking Bible. So it's going to look good either within the slipcase or without it. Same with the dust jacket. Then we do have just some paper paste down, but it is a nice paper. It's got a texture to it. Here is our presentation page. So simple. We've got our title pages. I do like the color of blue that they did choose in this one. Now here are some of the other ISBN numbers for the different cover options. And again, this particular one was done in China, but don't let that deter you because apparently the other ones, from what I've seen and heard, are glued and not sewn. So we'll have our table of contents. We do have a nice note to the reader from Chuck Swindoll. And then we're going to get into the user's guide. So each book is going to have a book introduction. There's going to be application articles, which are all full-page articles. So I do like the articles in this one. We're going to have people profiles. We've got what they call the Holy Land Tour, and these are actually really cool. And then we've got prayer moments, living insights on almost every page. And then we're going to have the app. So when you purchase this Bible, yours will have a code in the back of the Bible that you can scratch off and get the code so that you can also get the app. So that's pretty neat. We're going to have a note to the reader as well as an introduction to the NLT. And then we're going to get into the Old Testament. So we've got the Pentateuch, tells us it's from a Greek word that means 5 books. We're going to get into the book introduction, so it's going to tell us who wrote the book, where are we, and on the where are we section it is going to have a map there as well. Why is Genesis so important? What's the big idea? How do I apply this? And then we're going to get into the book. I do like this nice chart up at the top. Starts off with the creation and then goes all the way across. So we've got all of our chapters. We've got the different events as well as the different people. So that's actually really neat. Then we're going to get into our biblical text. So we've got a double column format. We can see the way that they've used blue as far as in our subject headings, chapter numbers, as well as on the tops of the pages as well, as you can see there. Our font in the biblical text is going to be a 9-point font, so it is nice and readable. And then the notes are going to be a 7-point font. So we'll flip through these first few pages so you can kind of see some of the things on here. So we're going to have all of our study notes in blue along the bottom, what they call living insights. And then this is one of our first articles. So nice full page article. And again, I do like the blue in here. I like it that it breaks it up rather than just plain black and white. So over here we've got more of our study notes, another good article. And then this is one page that if you jot down the ISBN number, you may want to jot down pages 10 and 11 so that maybe you can look on one that you might be purchasing. So we can see there, right there in the gutter, all the stitching. So this one does have a sewn binding, so not all of them are glued. We're going to have one of the first pictures in the maps on what they call the Holy Land tours. So these are really neat. We'll see those in the back. One of our people profiles, another person profile there. Then we've got our prayer moments. So I really like that it's got those in there. I like the prayers. So we're going to flip through some of these pages. So here's another one as far as another stop on what they call the Holy Land tour. And those are really neat. We're going to see those in the back. But I like how they've got in the book introductions how they all kind of have that same style chart. I think that's pretty unique. So we've got another prayer moment. Then we've got our insights down on the bottom of the page. So it's pretty neat. You can see that there is a lot of stuff that is within this one. So there's another one of our pictures. So this one is the tabernacle. So I'll just get you real quickly just a close shot of that so you can see it. So these are pretty neat the way that they did these. Here's another page on page 202 and 203 where we can see some more of the stitching. So again, not all of them are glued. So if you're interested in this one and you're a fan of Chuck Swindoll, see if you can't get one with this same ISBN number and from China so that you know that it's going to be sewn. And then those are the pages you could check. So this is a good article on warning signs of false teaching. And again, more stitching in there. But nice layout on here. I like the size of the font. I think the font is really readable. I love that it's got the blue because I think that's easy on the eyes. Plus it's just a little nicer than just plain black and white. We're going to get into the back, so we're at the end of Revelation, and then we're going to have a section on searching the scriptures. So if you're new to the Bible, this will be really helpful to you. So we're going to have, before getting started, and it's going to tell us fruitful Bible study requires a good plan. So it's going to give you the basics of studying the Bible. So it's going to go over observation, interpretation, correlation, application, benefits of studying the Bible, and then there's sections where it'll go over the observation part. It'll give you a chapter and some verses to read, and then to write down 20 key observations. You're going to have a section on how to interpret it, correlation, and application. So I like that it's got these pages, especially for somebody who's new to the Bible. I think this can really help them to learn how to study the Bible for themselves. So that could be very helpful. This one does have 2 different reading plans, so does go over that here. We will have an index to the application articles. So if you wanted to look up some different topics, you could always look through those, find one that looks interesting to you. I do like the articles. Here is a page on the index to the people profiles, and then an index to the Holy Land tour stops. So these are really cool, so we'll look at those. This is our topical index to the features. So lots of good relevant topics that are in this. So tons of topics in here. Then we're going to get into the Holy Land tour itineraries. And these are really neat. So they're going to have different trips, and it's going to give you the map and then the different places. And so it's going to tell you, like the Valley of Trouble. It's going to tell us it's a gateway of hope. It's going to tell us what book it's in and chapter, give us a page number. So that one is showing page 1027. So we'll just go look at that real quick. And so then there is that page. And then it's got a nice article about that along the bottom. So those are actually really neat that they've got those throughout the Bible. And there's quite a few of them. So we'll flip through these. So the mountains and valleys of Israel, strategic cities in Israel's history, places of worship. We've got the ministry travels of Jesus, the passion and resurrection, early churches. Then we're going to get into our regular biblical maps, so we can see there from the glare that they are on a glossier cardstock, but they do have the borders around them, which I like, because then that way stuff doesn't fall down into the gutter. So full color, so they're nice looking, they're easy to read. And then here's another section between these maps where we can see some more stitching. So definitely try to find one with this ISBN number from China if you want a stitched binding. So nice maps, and then just on the back we just have our little code to get that app. But nice Bible. I do like the contents in this one. I really like the articles. I think the articles, there's tons of them that are completely relevant for today's day and age. So again, this one does come with a dust jacket over it. And again, it is the Swindoll Study Bible in the New Living Translation. So really a neat Bible, and I do like the font and everything in this one, very readable. So again, just make a note of that particular ISBN number. So if you did want to get yourself one, and maybe if you have a Christian bookstore near you, you could go into that bookstore, look at one, and then check those page numbers that I showed you and check to see if it's sewn. And I would also like to thank Tyndale for sending out this copy for review. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.